If you are looking for a natural smelling fragrance that still has those ambery, warm elements to it, I think I found the fragrance for you. Hello, my name is Ellison, and on this channel, I do perfume reviews, and I am trying to help you find the next best fragrance to add to your collection. So, if that is something that you are interested in seeing more of, then I would highly suggest you hit that subscribe button, down below just to stay in the loop with my future uploads. So today I am looking at the 7 Virtues Amber Vanilla perfume. So the 7 Virtues is sort of one of those brands where, like a niche fragrance brand, but they make higher quality fragrances. So, but they don't seem to be like super like outlandishly expensive either. So love that. But I was really interested in this Amber Vanilla perfume, obviously. I mean, you know me. And so, yeah, I got this from Scentbird and I smelled it. It was actually, like, this is actually a pretty surprising smell to me. I wasn't expecting it to smell the way that it does, because I literally blind bought this. I blind bought it, yes. I blind bought this perfume from Scentbird, so I was completely surprised by how this smelled, but the more I smell it, the more I'm like, this is a really nice fragrance. So let's go ahead and take a look at this perfume here. Okay, so right here, buttery, okay? This is a buttery smelling fragrance to me. It doesn't really describe it as buttery, but that's what it really feels like to me. It's very buttery. Let's go ahead and look at our fragrance notes here. So our top notes, well, just one. So it's pink pepper, which sort of, okay, I smell a little bit of pink pepper. Heart notes are pink carnation and muguet. Let me look it up. Pronounce muguet. Muguet? Yeah, muguet. Muguet, not muguet. Listen, guys, I've said it before. English is a very harsh language. I'm sorry, so sometimes things come out wrong. Base notes are skin musks, ISO-E, ambroxan, and vanilla. Okay, so ISO-E is sort of like a woody fragrance note, okay? Just throwing that out there because that's sort of a, whoa, okay. So it's more of a woody fragrance note, while muguet is a little bit more of that fresher, greener scent. So you have those, which really gives me sort of that natural fragrance, okay? That's what this is giving me, is it's called Amber Vanilla, but it's really giving a very naturally warm fragrance, that naturally warm, green, sort of, that vanilla, musky kind of fragrance, but in a very woody, natural kind of way, okay? So I think that for me, with this perfume, obviously it has a couple of florals, it has some musk, it has the vanilla, but it's like this is more of like a woody kind of vanilla perfume to me. I think that they have one that's called Woody Vanilla, but this, I mean, it has that natural scent to it, which is, I think, what they're really leaning into with the aromatherapy element of their description, is that it's like just this really soft, a very warm, a very woody, natural kind of feeling of fragrance. And so this really did surprise me, because I was expecting like full-on amber, full-on vanilla, like creamy, rich, like that's what I was expecting. But this is like a very soft, woody caress of vanilla, a very soft, natural caress of vanilla. I mean, it's the kind of vanilla you're reaching for when it's like, I want something that's really easy, that's very natural, that's very, simplistic, but in a really, like, in touch with nature. That's what I would have to say this really gives me, is like a slow morning, but you're in touch with nature. That's what this perfume is giving me. So as far as the wear time went with this perfume, obviously it's got like a very interesting mix of fragrance notes. And I would have to say that with this perfume, it is, and it describes it as this here, it's a second skin. Okay, so what I'm getting with this is that when you wear it, it's not necessarily the feeling of like I'm wearing perfume. You know, I feel like there's a lot of perfumes, and this tends to be what I reach for. The kind of perfumes I reach for are the perfumes where it's like, it's obvious that I'm wearing a perfume, okay? Like the perfume, it is a part of my clothing, basically. It's different, right? But this perfume, this is definitely that, this is just me, okay? This is that second skin, that layer, that where it's just sort of a part of you. You know, a lot of the perfumes that I tend to reach for, it is very much so like, this is me and I'm wearing this perfume, whereas this is like, this is just a part of me. This is just what I smell like. A very natural, very skin-like essence, like I said, sort of buttery, where it just sort of encases you. It just sort of becomes a part of you. And so this perfume, while I wouldn't have to say, like I wouldn't say that, oh, it lasted all day and it was just like so obvious and so beautiful and so like rich and creamy and decadent and like so there, and it was a super bold like, it's not that at all. It is definitely one of those fragrances where it's like, this just is, right? Like, it's very natural. It's just this really natural essence. It's just this really simple, a very easy perfume to wear. Sort of one of those perfumes where it's like, and this sort of gets me into where I'd wear this perfume too. This perfume really gives me those vibes of like a Saturday afternoon spent in like a woodland cabin by yourself on like a novel writing retreat. That's what this that's what this gives me, is where it's like you are looking for a fragrance that is just easy, it's calm, it's warm, it's natural, right? Like, you don't have to work really hard to wear it. You don't have to work really hard to smell it, because there's definitely perfumes out there where it feels like it's part of your job to smell it, right? Like, and honestly, like, I love that, right? Where it's so obvious that you're wearing a perfume. It's so there. It's so loud and bold, and like, it's a thought. Okay, when you smell it, it actually triggers a thought. With this, it's sort of one of those things where it's just sort of second nature. It's just sort of a part of you. Like we said, it's very natural, second skin-like. Very, I mean, it's just natural, and it lays on the skin very nicely. It's not heavy. I think that sometimes, you know, amber and vanilla, they sort of get wrapped up into this heavy box of perfume categorization, where a lot of people assume that it's like, oh, it's gonna be like super duper deep and heavy and warm, and this is literally, this is just a warm fragrance, a warm, natural fragrance. And, you know, it just sort of puts you in mind of a cozy afternoon, a cozy, easy, slow afternoon. You know, maybe you're spending it by yourself, maybe you're spending it, you know, cozied up. Whatever it is, it's just easy. It's just simple. It's very basic and just like a natural fragrance to reach for if you are looking for something where it's like, I don't want to work hard to wear it and I don't want to work hard to smell it. So yeah, it's definitely not one of those like event perfumes. It's not a date night perfume. It's not like, unless that's what you're looking for, right? If you are looking for something that it's like, if you're the kind of person, because like, we all have our own tastes in fragrance, and like, there are definitely those of you out there where it's like, I want something that just smells super natural and it just like, it's easy to wear. Like, that's your go-to. No matter what the occasion is, you are looking for a perfume that it's like, this just smells like it's a part of me. It doesn't smell like I'm wearing perfume. It just smells like this is what I am. It just smells like, oh, I just smell naturally of vanilla, okay? Like, there are a lot of you guys out there like that. And so this perfume, I feel like, is really up your alley if you're looking for that natural essence. Just like I have an essence of vanilla about me, then this perfume is right up your alley. This is definitely something that I would consider for you, just because it's really easy. It's really easy to smell, really easy to wear, and it's not like it's bombarding you in any fashion. It's just sort of there, and you might notice it, but you might not. But it's sort of one of those perfumes where you can rest easy that you do smell good. It's sort of one of those perfumes where it's like, yeah, I know that I smell good, but it's not like I'm not thinking about it. So yes, a very nice fragrance. So those are my thoughts on the 7 Virtues Amber Vanilla perfume. Gorgeous fragrance. And if you are interested in actually looking into this, I'm going to link the Scentbird sample of it down below, as well as the full-size bottle of it. If if you're really looking into purchasing a perfume like this. Let's see. The full-size bottle of this, so the full-size bottle of this retails for $94, which obviously it's not like that's pennies, but compared to some of the other, niche fragrances out there, some of the, the smaller brands out there, or the higher end brands out there, this, that's sort of on the low end of price. This really leans a lot into clean and being very natural and aromatherapy. And it leans into a lot of different areas that you might be interested in. And so, yeah, this is made with essential oils. It's made with essential oils. And so if that's really what you're leaning into, this, that's really not a bad price for something that's based on essential oils. Just because essential oils are very, they're pricey and they're very high value and they are very concentrated fragrance. So with this, for what you're getting, that's not a bad price. But like I said, I will also link the Scentbird sample down below in case you're and I always say this, I always recommend that you get a sample of something before you purchase a full-size bottle, just because it is you don't know what a fragrance is going to do. You don't know what a fragrance is going to smell like on you. You don't know what a fragrance is how a fragrance is going to behave. And sometimes, even if you look at the fragrance notes, you don't really know what it smells like. And so I really always encourage people to go and get a sample of some sort, or go to the store and experience the fragrance and have it sprayed on you in some fashion, so that way you actually know, so that way you're actually sure before you invest and drop a lot of money on it. So, but I'm going to link both down below for you if you are interested in getting the Amber Vanilla perfume for yourself. If you are looking for a little bit more of a bolder vanilla fragrance, then I would recommend you watch this video right here. This is my review of the Dossier Perfumes Gourmand Vanilla fragrance. This is, it's vanilla. So if that is what you are looking for, then yes, this might be right up your alley. That is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for joining me today. I love you oh so very much. And until we meet again, so long.